Hi everyone, my name is Jeffrey Jones. I am going to be your spokesman for the next 8 to 10 minutes. I am from theboxmen.com, where we have changed the way you should watch TV. And in this video, we're going to take a look at 4 ways to eliminate freezing, buffering, or even stuttering on all your Formuler devices. So let's take a look. If this is your first time to our YouTube channel called The Stream Machines, we are the Stream Machines YouTube channel where we take the difficult things of streaming and attempt to actually help you one video at a time. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up throughout this video. You guys have been doing an awesome job by helping me with the algorithm of YouTube. And just share this video if you find it more informative with someone that might want to see it. All right. Now, all Formuler devices or even streaming devices have the ability to use your private or personal network to stream on the internet. Whether it's a Formuler device, whether it's a Buzz TV device, a Power Station Buzz, or on 4K Pro, every device, whether they're successful or failures, has really nothing to do with the device, not too much. The first place you should look is to your own personal internet connection or connectivity. And this happens from time to time. If you've been streaming, you're going to have freezing at times. You're going to buffer at times. And most people don't have the basic solutions on how to handle something like that. And I'm going to give you 4 ways that, I have done and will continue to do that work for me on Formuler devices, and I'm pretty sure they will work for you on all other devices, no matter which one it is. So let's get right into the 4 ways. All right. The first way you can eliminate all the freezing or connectivity or to increase it is to do a basic check. So what does that entail? First thing you want to check is to make sure there are no software updates. On a Formuler device, now I've made a video that if your device doesn't have regular software updates, it is going to be a buffering magnet. You should probably look at getting something that has a lot of updates. So if I go ahead and go over to here, you can see on the Formuler there is something called software updates. It always has release notes. It always has a date. It always tells you what was already put in there on that update. As I go over, you can see the latest update was 8/5/2024, and it shows you what it did. So I have no software updates. So that means I am on the latest update that eliminated the bugs. And if you have a software update, and you don't do it on one of these devices, you won't even be able to connect to your TV. They make you do the software updates because they know the value of that. So if you don't have a device that does that, you might want to look and ask us which one does, and we can lead you in the right direction. Another one that you can do is connect to a mobile hotspot. All right. So if I go here, you can always check to see if you can connect to a mobile hotspot right here. And everyone, you should have a mobile hotspot. I have one here, and it gives me the hotspot password when I turn it on. So if you can connect to a mobile hotspot off other than your regular internet, it should give you some data to know that maybe I need to reboot my router and modem or do what I need to do. All right. The second thing that you should always check, or I should say under the basic check, the last thing is I always check the DHCP settings. Now, there's a difference between DHCP and static. Static is a manual setting that you can see the IP address. Maybe you want to put a different IP address there. And that's just an example. You can use that example. You can change it. Manual is not as good as DHCP, which is automatic. It's easier to use than static, and DHCP, you can save those settings successfully because it automatically connects better when it's on that setting, the DHCP setting. Another thing on here before I move on is the private DNS. I have it on automatic. You can always change the host name right here, which I've shown in other videos. Now, the reason I'm going over this is because it's coming up in our support group time and time again, because new streamers don't know what experienced streamers do, and that is the basic setting. So you got to do a basic check. Number 2, to eliminate freezing and buffering on the 4 ways, is check the connection with other devices. What I would do is I would try to connect my phone, maybe my tablet, just if you have other devices that can connect to your actual internet, and you can check the connectivity by using different applications. So if you're able to do that, to check the connection with other devices, I think you're going to find that if it's choppy on one and secure on the other, then there's certain things you can always do with your router and modem, and that's probably going to be the last thing that we'll tell you towards the end of the video. But that's it there. All right. Number 3, you want to shut off your VPN if you have one. Now, a virtual private network is there for your security. It automatically, slows your connection down. So if I go to Privado, which is my one right here, I can just turn it off because I am connected to Taiwan, Republic of China. I'll just turn that off. Most people that do run a VPN understand that it does slow your speed, but that way you can check the connectivity without your VPN to make a solid decision on what to do. And the last thing I will say about this, that is even in your settings on this one, you can always change the protocol of connectivity. So if I turn that off, I now can connect manually to OpenVPN, WireGuard, or just leave it on. Most people leave that on. Just keep that in the back of your mind. The last thing that I want to share is the most important thing that I believe will save you a lot of headache, a lot of time, a lot of complaining. It'll eliminate it because it requires your personal responsibility. And that last thing that I'm going to share, the 4th option, is to power cycle your router and modem every 30 days. Power cycle your router and modem every 30 days. What do I mean? I have a reminder on my phone that every 30 days I unplug my router and modem if they're separate, or if they're combined, I unplug the device, let it sit for about 5 minutes. Then I take the time to reboot that modem and router back up, and then I'll reconnect my device. It just clears out all that junk or stuff you've been having for the last 30 days. I just had someone call in and say, all of a sudden, it's just buffering like crazy. And I asked, did you unplug your router and modem? Yes. And I'm like, it's hard for me to believe that because, again, if you bought a unit and it's buffering, that's pretty normal, especially when you're using it as much as I do. So it makes sense to set a reminder to power cycle your router and modem for better performance. Hey, these are the 4 things that I wanted to share with you to eliminate freezing, buffering, and stuttering on all Formuler devices. I'd like to hear from you, if in not the description, but the comments below, if you have a Formuler or if you don't. Just let me know what you do to eliminate the freezing and all of that. I appreciate you guys taking a look at this video and sharing it with your friends and family and giving me the thumbs up to help me with the algorithm. Hey, in the next video, I'm going to be sharing what we're going to be giving a free giveaway for. And also, we have a brand new option, a very budget-friendly media device that is really taking some of our newer customers by storm. And I just want to share it with you. It's very inexpensive, and you get so much value out of it. Look for a video about that or a way to get that video, and it's only $165 one time. I mean, you're not going to beat that. All right. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.